Good evening. Welcome to another episode of the McGonigal Podcast, America's Stupidest Podcast. We're back with another dumb episode. I keep hoping somebody will put us out of our misery, but nope, we keep showing up. We keep being here. But we're going to have a good one tonight. We got a great power tonight. On my left, Peggy O'Leary is here. Peggy, thanks for coming out. On my right, Chris Coccia is here. Two hilarious comedians. Plus, I'll be sitting here too, so we'll see what happens. But it's one good thing is Cancel isn't here for a change. So
Easy.
You got that going for you, which is good.
He's at home and he's listening now, crying. He's crying into.
No, he's happy as name.
They took shit on me last week that I canceled.
Oh, I said 2 weeks.
First thing.
2 episodes in a row. I had somebody cancel, but I mean, it was kind of funny actually. It was kind of funny.
Well,
I didn't know we could cancel. I gotta go.
It would have been fine. I would have been used to it, believe me. It would have been no big deal. So, actually, this week, finally, for one of the first times, I'm actually glad I'm a failure of comedy because if I was a success, I might be out in LA watching my house burn down.
Yeah.
I'm actually happy that I'm not successful. Right? Were you happy in my acting, Chris?
It's funny, like, you know, they're talking about like people's houses, right? And it's terrible, right? It's horrible. But then, like, you know, like, what's his name from Schitt's Creek?
You do love it.
Yeah, it's a humble 3-bedroom house, $4.5 million.
Of course, that's for the house out there.
That's insane. Yeah.
It's insane what goes on out there. You know people out there.
I do. I have a couple friends out there. Actually, one of my good friends, Andy Letterman. I text her right away, and I don't know if they actually got married yet, but fiance, we're going to Vegas. And I'm like, talk about more of a disaster. You can leave LA and go to another shithole.
Yeah, right.
There's no chance of that shithole burning down, unfortunately.
Yeah, right.
There's no such luck.
To
burn down. But
What's
it's awful. But the worst part was I saw where Paris Hilton was going around raising money for the fire victims. So now we have to admire Paris Hilton. That might be worse than destruction. You have to actually look up to Paris Hilton now.
Well, that was right. What was it? The whole thing, like everything has been like, you know, because it's LA, of course, right? Everything's blown out of proportion. Of course. They're dropping a fire suppressant. That's pink. Right, and you know there's a people that are freaking out. Why does it have to be pink?
Oh, it's not Fox News anymore. Yeah, it was pink.
It's glitter. They're turning people woke.
I'm sure. Yes, they're trying to. I'm sure Sean Hannity did 2 hours on it. They're trying to convert people. That's
why couldn't it be blue?
Red, white. We're only a week away from Donald John Trump getting back in the White House. It should have been red, white, blue.
Can I say the worst thing? I'm pissed the Rams won because now all of America's going to be like, LA strong. I'm like, fuck that.
Shoot. Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Well, that's what happened in 9/11. The Yankees were on a run, so they're behind the Yankees in 9/11 just happened. Yeah, it's over.
This is my 9/11. So I'm really pissed.
So you're saying this might be a conspiracy.
I think it's all a conspiracy.
Now we got a podcast.
There's no houses. This is all movie magic. It's just like the moon landing, okay?
Didn't the Saints win the Super Bowl like not long after Hurricane Katrina? I'm pretty sure they did. It was like a year or 2 after or something like that.
Son of a gun. This is, now we got ourselves a conspiracy.
Yeah.
I know you said the show's only an hour, Ed, but we're looking. Settle in, listeners.
The new Alex Jones show right here. But yeah, I thank God I'm not out of here because, well, I mean, here's I'm such a failure. I don't even know anybody out there. Like all the cameras to text. I don't even know anybody to text out in LA.
They've all died.
No, I don't even know anybody. That's how much of a failure I am.
It's like I want
to have friends in LA.
I want to tell somebody we're sorry and good luck. I have 0 connections out there.
I just think I better check on somebody. No, I don't have anybody to check on.
That's so fun. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. Right. Well, I guess I am completely out of the business.
Of course, some of the gigs I did over the years, Pickle Man, I was hoping there was a fire.
Yeah.
I was hoping lightning would hit the place. But it never did.
I did a gig for, you remember Paul Solar? You worked for Paul, where the room got flooded. While you were closest we came. Yeah. It must have been this big storm. It was in the basement of a hotel because my career was fantastic
Yeah.
from beginning to wherever the hell we are now. But yeah, and it was like it just kept coming under the doors. And
Oh, you guys were still doing it. It didn't get canceled?
So no. So it was in the middle of the show that it started coming under the doors, and Paul was like giving me the wrap up sign, and this is like probably 15, 20 years ago, and I'm still like, I got it. No, I got a whole material to do here. And he's like,
I got a call back here. I need to finish.
This is my big closer.
And you saw people moving from like the tables, they're moving back to further back tables, but nobody was like letting the show go. It's like, hey, we paid $15 to get into this basement.
Actually, I realized I'm lying. About, I don't know, 11, 12 years ago, I was supposed to do a show. Do you remember Hal, who used to work for Andy Scarpati?
Sure,
He had this little bar out in Eagleville. I don't know if you ever did it. What the hell was the name of it? But it was out in Eagleville. And I was supposed to do it on a Saturday night. And I'm watching like the noon news, and the place is on fire. The bar was on fire. Oh my! And here's the thing. He never called me or anything. So if I hadn't seen the news, I would have drove out there.
I would have still drove out there.
Yeah.
The entire place was a loss, total loss. I was like, wait a minute, that's where I am tonight.
Sorry for your loss. Do we still get paid? Do we still,
Is there a cancellation fee?
Can I still get a free drink? Is that possible?
Right. I saw the Red Cross people there. Could I get a meal? Oh my God! Yeah, that's some of the. Yeah, that's funny. And they never called you. That's
never
the best.
called
That's,
me. If I hadn't been watching the news, I wouldn't have known. I would have showed up for the show.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that is funny.
The comics are the last to know. Absolutely.
And the only other thing was one time I was on stage at Helium, and I'm performing. And
Stop bragging.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, that's a big paid gig, Helium. You can retire after you work there. But the people in the audience are pointing behind me, and I'm not sure what they're pointing. I look back, and there's a mouse. These mouses running around behind. I didn't even know it was there.
Behind you on stage.
On stage.
Oh my God.
And I think I told him it was my emotional support mouse.
That's a good line.
That is good. Yeah. Now, you and the mouse still working together?
Well, we tried to do Who's on First a couple times. It didn't go over as well as it would have. What the hell?
Peggy? What's your story? What's your natural disaster show story?
I'm a female comic, so most of them are natural disasters. Most of them are a nightmare. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have any natural disasters. Fire, no. A lot of like gross. The first club I ever worked was a place called. It's not called this, but it was like basically like the Wild Wild West or Joker's Wild. Wow. And it was in New Hampshire. No, sorry, New Haven.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what Joker's Wild is.
Yeah. It's not there anymore.
But yeah.
It was my first paid like club gig. I went with a friend. I opened up, and before I got the check, the guy goes, "You gave us all a boner all weekend." So that was the closest. I was like, you could have just said I wasn't funny, or just say I'm hot.
No,
the creepiest way to say it. We all got boners this whole weekend. I'm like, okay,
what
cool.
The stuff that
People
club
say,
owners say.
But to female, it must be horrible to be a female comic. That kind of stuff happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
because
not anymore, thank God. Once you start pushing 40, nobody cares anymore.
You know what?
I'm like, gaining weight was the best thing I ever did for my career. Just went back up, Now no one fucking cares about my.
The stuff but they'll say stuff to you. Like, even as a guy, I'm sure you've had stuff. See, people like they don't think.
People say anything. They don't care.
But like that kind of club is like one of those clubs that like was from the olden days where it was obviously just like a money laundering thing. Like they weren't really into comedy. Like they were just like biker gang or some shit. Who like just needed to somehow look like they are actually making money. Because there was like 7 people the whole week.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did. I'm sure I did that gig. It was like a weird kind of like a setup. Like it was kind of in a pit, right? It was like.
Yeah, I feel like it was really long. Like, ones when they're not in front of you, like you have to constantly play to the sides.
That was definitely that room. Yeah. And it was, it's definitely like
hey, I love the gig, but it's just, that's the closest I think I've come to a
but yeah,
firestorm.
like why would they say?
I didn't realize we were in a fucking
yeah,
subway.
the
Great sound.
comedy
place.
concentration camp. The train is taking us to. I always think.
What is that? The R7? What is that?
I'm not sure what train it is. It's one of them because right under it, right over. I don't even know the tunnel's right there, but it makes for a nice ambiance.
Yeah, it adds a little bit of
Well,
something.
I was on stage once at a fire hall, and the alarm went off, so we had to stop the show when the engine went out. I was.
Oh, that's fun.
That was hilarious.
You're like, can I go with you?
Right.
Can you come back and spray me down this disaster I'm having?
Well, it's so funny because like some of the shows we do, like people think it must be like the professional. It's never. It's like those shows when everything goes perfectly. Like that's
when
a
does
rarity.
that ever happen?
Yeah, like, that's such a rarity. Yeah, we've had some.
Well, if you work at a place like Helium and a Punchline, it does. But otherwise, it's probably not going to.
Even that, right? Like
sometimes it's.
I've had like really nice clubs where like all of a sudden you're getting this signal from the the manager, like either get off or like stretch.
Yeah.
Because the paramedics are coming for somebody. Right.
Oh my God. Ready for this? So I did a whole brewery tour with Ryan Foster. You know Ryan.
Yeah.
So I brought him on the road because I was headlining and I'm like, I got to bring a 6'5" guy with me because most of America hates blonde women who like the Eagles. I'm like really enemy number. I'm like enemy number one to everybody in the country. So I brought him, and this one time we did a show in New Hampshire, and it's the only reason I will never ever get paid first. If someone wants to give me a check before the gig, I will say no every time because this guy paid me first. I got out of the car. The guy was like, "Oh my God, I love you." He's like the one guy who ever listened to me and Ryan's podcast. Someone OD'd in the middle of my closer. I mean, literally, I was because I had to do an hour and he would do 30. I was at the 50-minute mark. And was I bombing? Of course I was. It was terrible. It was like 16 people in this weird winery in New Hampshire. And the people that they came in a limo. These people are the ones that ended up ODing.
Of course.
So
they came in
I look out and there's just a woman and I'm like, "Ooh, what's going on with this lady?" And they're like, she's tired. She works a lot. I'm like, what the no, you don't. You're nodding out, bitch. You are dead. And literally we had to call the paramedic. It was crazy. And I got cursed out by her boyfriend or brother. We can't remember who. He was like, "You're the worst. I can't believe you called the cops." I'm like, "I'm not." And literally, as the ambulance is coming, Ryan's just packing up. I'm half crying, this woman's gonna die. And Ryan's just like, "Let's go. Buffalo Wild Wings is closing in 10 minutes. We gotta go." Nothing phased him.
Nothing phases Ryan Foster.
No,
nothing.
There's nothing.
There could be a shooting in the front row. Ryan, nothing would phase him. He's that kind, which is good. I wish I was more like that. Nothing.
Me too.
Nothing phased. One time I was working at a church hall, and it was a church hall in Mayfair.
You just keep bragging about all your kids.
I know.
It's like you started here, you just keep getting worse.
Oh, no, I started here. Believe me, I went up once and came back there. But, of course, it was in Mayfair, so there was a fight. There's always a fight at the church in Mayfair. And this lady in the audience was so upset by the fight that she went into a cardiac arrest. So they had to get the ambulance. The ambulance came, and then the Monsignor got up on stage and was like, "Calm down, you're all Catholic. There's no fighting at a."
Oh my. Wait, there's always fighting at a Catholic church.
Always. Always. That's why my parish, they stopped having beef and beer fundraisers because they stopped having midnight mass on Christmas Eve because
that's
it's a fist fight.
That's hilarious.
And the priest was usually drunk.
Well, we didn't want to go into that.
The midnight mass thing is hilarious to me, right? Like beef and beer, I get it because there's alcohol, but midnight mass, you can't let these people they're like gremlins. You can't let them be out that late.
Oh yeah, that's why they stopped it in my parish.
That's beautiful
because there were always fist fights.
I don't know why they definitely stopped it at mine, but we so I grew up across the street from my church in the funeral home, so we would have a open house before midnight mass, and then everybody would come back, and my grandma would cook everyone breakfast. Wow. I'm like, what? Why would you do that? That sounds like such a nightmare. I want to be in bed at 7:00
for your whole family or for the whole parish.
Not the whole parish, but it was an open house, so people would just come. Yeah, everyone would just come. Yeah.
want to stop it, right?
Yeah,
You've
no,
been
that's-
doing it for
yeah.
years.
I think that's awesome though.
Wow.
I would,
It was
yeah.
super fun, but then they stopped it because I think it was too many people showed up drunk.
I'm
and-
sure. I'm sure.
People that had not actually been to midnight mass, but
Yeah.
been to a bar till 11:59.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
Literally, I always thought that priests were drinking Maker's Mark on the altar because that's what they drank at my house. Like we always had to have Maker's Mark in the house because whenever the priest came over,
Yes.
that's what they were having. And so when they were like, "It's wine," I'm like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah,
Sure
right,
that's-
right.
I had
There's makers in
I
them.
had an aunt who was a nun, and she loved ginger brandy. Every time she was coming, my father would have to run out and buy a bottle of ginger brandy for the St. Joseph's nun, my aunt who was coming.
Wait, I
That's
don't even know what ginger.
Ginger, I've never had it either. I've never tasted, but it was ginger brandy. I know that. I don't know how strong it is, but it sounds strong. It sounds,
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Sound, it does sound.
sound like something I'd like.
We always had Boone's Farms where I'm from. You just pass a bottle of Boone's Farm
Boone's
around.
Farm. Yeah, we were.
It's like flavored bullshit. I don't
is
even
that
know
like
what it
that
is.
like party in the woods, going into the woods with the Boone's
Oh, yeah,
Farm?
cheap stuff.
Of course,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
my
yeah,
father
yeah.
drank Ort leaves for years. Ort leaves.
Yeah.
Joe's beer. He loved Ort leaves.
Wait, is that what the bar is named after?
I don't know if the bar's named. I know there is a bar. It could
Named
be named
Ort
after.
Leaves?
There's a
Yeah.
bar that
Might be,
It's in
yeah.
Northern Liberty.
Right, Northern Liberties. Yeah, I don't know if it's named, but it was the Ort Leaves Brewery. It was in Philadelphia
Okay.
one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ort Leaves Brewery and the Smith's Brewery were both in Philadelphia. But my father drank it for years, and then my cousins would come over and they would like, "Is that Ort Leaves?" They'd be horrified because they'd be giving them a bottle of Ort Leaves. Totally, it was awful.
It is. It is.
course
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
No. Yeah.
It
But
is named after it. Okay.
but that's we didn't have nobody's fancy about beer.
Well,
you know what I mean? Right? Like
yeah, this whole new thing.
Nowadays, yeah, but it didn't used to be. You're right. You drank anything.
Oh,
My father and his friends, they cans of Schlitz, cans of Schaefer. They didn't care.
my first drunk was I'm pretty sure it was cream de menthe. I'm sure the first time I got drunk was like because we were in high
How?
school and
And
you
you-
just
you
take
don't-
You would
whatever
have
there
to
is.
drink a whole bottle to get fucking drunk off that.
Well,
Isn't it like 4%
I don't know.
alcohol?
I don't know.
It's
There might
mostly
have been other
Listerine.
stuff. There might have been also some Genesee cream ale
Oh,
involved.
I remember drinking Genesee cream ale.
Yeah, Jenny cream.
And I
Yeah.
remember we actually thought that was like high class.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cream ale. Oh, must be.
I still get
You gotta hold your
excited.
pinky out when you hold
If
it
you
up.
find a bar with that, I'm like, hell yeah, give it to
What
me.
Genesee?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
What are you from Rochester?
But there's
no,
Genesee,
Delco, even worse.
Oh, no.
there's Genesee beer and then there's Genesee cream ale. There's two different
Yeah,
things.
Oh, with cream ale, it's for
Cream ale was
special
like,
occasions.
Oh, you thought it was a big deal. Cream ale. Man, you were going to put on a top hat to drink Genesee cream ale.
Oh, yeah, right. And then, that was. Oh, and then there was like the imported ones, right? That you were like, this is fancy. St. Pauli girl, right? That was a fancy beer.
I remember we thought Lowenbrau was the big deal.
Lowenbrau.
Oh my God, Lowenbrau.
Which
Yeah.
I think
don't even know
was
what that
made up,
is.
right? It was like I think it was I don't think it was. It was probably just like another Michelob product or
Something
something.
like that,
you
but
know?
it was the type of thing where it cost more, and you had to kick when you and your friends, you had to kick in more money because we're getting Lowenbrau this time.
Yeah.
my God.
Oh my God, I remember half the jingle. It ended with "Let it be
Oh,
Lowenbrau."
yeah, it's a good time. Tonight is kind of special.
Special, the beer will flow. Pour.
Must be something more somehow.
I feel so young.
tonight.
No, do not. Oh my God! Yeah, that was
so
it.
funny.
It made our. Yeah, that was it. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Creme de menthe is the grossest.
cream de
first.
menthe. It's
That's a wild one.
It wasn't a choice.
Yeah, no, I know. That's like the first time I ever had a drink, we stole a Coors Light from my parents' like fridge. Who they didn't even drink beer, so I don't even know. And we went to a woods that like wasn't even a woods. It was like a baseball field, but we're so stupid. We were just like, let's sit on this bench. They won't see us. But the first time I ever got like throw up, sick, we drank scotch because I knew my parents didn't like scotch. That is like the worst thing for a 16-year-old girl to be shoot. I mean, honestly, I still to this day cannot have scotch because I did so many shots of scotch at the age of 16 and threw up all over my parents' house.
I don't know. I'm not a drinker, so I don't know. Like, I don't know how much. Like, I have friends who drink martinis, and martinis it's just like gasoline to me. It's like
Oh
there's
no, give me a dirty martini. any day of the
really,
week.
really.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was beer for me.
You don't drink at all anymore?
No, I don't.
And you don't
at all.
drink, right, Ed?
Not that much anymore. I used to drink. I was pretty much a drunk when I was younger, but I used to drink a lot, but hardly ever now.
Yeah.
I stopped just in time for it to be good. You know what I mean? I mean, right? Like it
Right
was
when
like
you had money to
yeah,
actually
right,
get
stop,
good
stop.
stuff.
I
Yeah.
could buy, I could afford it. It was like artisanal, right? There was like this craft beer movement, and I was like, no, I'm out. I want to remember Lowenbrau.
Yeah.
I remember the good times.
My father loved beer so much that we had the regular refrigerator in the kitchen, but then he had a whole separate refrigerator downstairs that was just beer. It was just so, and he wouldn't be able to keep count. So if I was home as a teenager, my parents weren't home, I'd be able to take one, and they would never notice. So I would be taking them when I was a teenager. They would never figure it out. He never, even if he did notice, he would think, well, I must have gave one to the neighbor. He would never notice.
Yeah,
That's so funny. Yeah, no, we didn't. My parents didn't have, like they had, they had a liquor cabinet.
Nobody had that. My father's had this separate.
No, but I knew guys whose dads had the beer fridge, usually in the garage.
Yeah.
Right?
Because he would be always outside with the other guys, and they'd be drinking almost even weeknights. They'd be outside drinking. So my father was.
We always had
7-day
people
week
over.
guy.
So
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was always
there you go.
alcohol in our house.
Yeah.
And when I was 16, my friends gave me a mini fridge.
Wow.
For my 16th birthday. I mean, my
Wow.
parents 100% knew.
Is that a red flag?
Yeah, why? Why would I need a mini fridge in my little room? Like, yeah, that is, yeah.
Wait, maybe sandwiches or cold cuts.
And yeah, I just needed snacks I needed cold snacks.
No, but that's the sad thing. When I was growing up, I would have put snacks in my mini fridge. There would have been no alcohol, but it would have been all about I need a place to store my Halloween candy that I've been pursing out piece by piece over the last 6 months. So I'm just now down to Laffy Taffy.
Yeah.
Laffy Taffy. Yeah. And did you save the candy corn, or did you get rid of that? Even that desperate, you wouldn't save candy corn.
No. Nobody saved candy corn. That was.
I can't believe they still make it. It's the grossest.
I don't understand.
Do they still make it? I didn't even realize it.
Oh yeah, candy corn still.
Okay. I don't know. I stopped giving out Halloween candy in my neighborhood when it was just when teenagers were coming around with no costumes. Just holding pillowcases. I think I'm done giving out candy.
Right.
That's so funny.
This is just a robbery, right? Like this is what
Exactly.
this is.
No costume whatsoever.
Yeah. Right.
And the kids are like 18. I said, I think I'm done.
What do you dress that? A thug?
Your worst nightmare.
Right.
So I was reading about a girl. She had her 21st birthday party, and her dad hooked up with one of her friends at the 21st birthday party. And I was thinking, is he the coolest dad ever or the worst dad ever? What would you call him?
If he had sons, he'd be the coolest, but because he has daughters, not so much.
Yeah.
Well, how old was he? Because there are those people that have kids at 14 or 15.
I'm assuming I don't know if it said in the article. Maybe he was anywhere from 45 to 50. I would guess. I'm not sure, but could have been older, I guess. But he hooked up with his.
Why was this a news article? Though?
It was on one of the websites. I was looking around trying to find any.
I get the little Apple News feed, right? On the home screen. So People Magazine. I don't know what has happened to People Magazine.
It used to be some journalistic statement. It used to be put on Farrah Fawcett and Lee Majors.
Exactly. It's like Farrah Fawcett's changing her hairstyle, right? That was it, right? Like gotta make come back from their pictures from their Caribbean trip, whatever. Now it's like the saddest stories, like bride murdered on honeymoon. I'm like, why?
Everything's true crime now. Everything
must because I'm like, you're People Magazine.
Yeah, like I want to just know who's screwing who. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Who was spotted at like. But
here's the thing: how much can writers be getting paid for these publications? There's no business anymore. Nobody buys magazines. Nobody buys newspapers. So if you're a writer, you can't hardly be getting paid anything, right?
Yeah.
If you're writing for a magazine, it can't be like it used to be.
It's such a. I think it's. And I have friends who were in publishing, and in magazines, and it's really a different world,
of
right?
Course,
so there's
nobody.
It's funny because I subscribe to a couple like online, mostly for me. I'm a big cycling fan, so cycling stuff, and it's like all behind paywalls now. Because because everybody put it out for free, and they're like, we'll monetize it through. Oh wait, we didn't think about that half, right?
Yeah,
it was too late. Right?
Yeah, and then it was too late, and then it turned to garbage, right?
Yeah.
And then it's either like
now it's all clickbait.
Yeah, it's all clickbait or fake reviews. like these manufacturer reviews where you get an affiliate fee if you do the click through and da 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 da. But yeah, so like stuff's behind paywalls, and it's back. Basically, you're subscribing to a magazine now, except it's not a physical copy of the magazine.
Magazines used to be the biggest thing. People would have magazines on their coffee table. It was a big thing, and now I don't know the last time saw a physical magazine. And I wonder how many people actually pay for that. I bet there's not a lot, because why would you? There's so much on the internet. Why would you? You don't have to.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's interesting because, like I said, I was a huge magazine fan.
Oh yeah,
like I loved.
Yeah,
like I would, when I just was like, man, that's because I was a photo major, right?
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, man, that'll be like, I would love to shoot for like, whatever, right?
Magazines were gigantic. Yeah, one time in this country. Sure,
yeah,
sure.
and I mean, it was so like you got it, and there was like a feel to it, and like right. And then it's just kind of, man, it's just gone.
It's like vaudeville magazine. They're going.
Yeah, right. Well, it's like
It's like vaudeville. Yeah.
like, I still I miss. I used to do the crossword puzzle all the time.
Oh yeah.
And there's nothing better than that tactile feel of doing a crossword puzzle in the newspaper.
Yeah.
Right.
And you could do crossword puzzles online.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It's not the same.
It sucks. It's like,
Well, I feel the same way with writing. Like, I mean, I know some people like write on their computer or on their phone, but like for me, I'm like, I need it to be a physical thing. Also, because I don't want them to spell check me. Fuck you. All right? I want to not be able to read it afterwards. Okay. I don't want to reread this in 10 years and be like, what was I trying to say?
I will spell marriage with as many I's as I want to.
I have the worst handwriting. I don't know how many times I've written a joke down and looked at it like 2 hours later. I have no idea.
No idea.
That's not well. That joke that could have been the greatest joke ever, but I'll never know.
But
I'm the worst with spelling that actually my phone now autocorrects to the wrong word.
Oh, that's
I
hilarious.
have fucked up the algorithm so much of my phone that it reverts itself
that's
back.
funny.
It's terrible.
You know what I have, and I've been trying to fight Siri. I'm like, I gonna, like a Gonna. It's been, right, like it's like that Philly kind of thing.
Yeah.
I wanna WANNA. I'm like, no, Siri, make me look smart. You know what I mean? Like,
Does it ever put in John?
No, I have not put in John yet, but
This is a low point in my life. I did the talk to text, and it's like when she can't even understand my accent, and I'm like, I don't even think I have, but I talk so fast and I say whatever, and it'll literally be like just the fucking circle, like we have no idea what the fuck you just said. Yeah,
it's just spiraling. We
I
don't.
such
better
an
never
idiot.
do that with my mumble mouth. Every word would be wrong. Every word would be
But I love voice to text. It's like, oh my God,
is the best.
It's the best. It's like so. Yeah, but you just have to know that you definitely want it to be there, not defiantly.
Yeah.
Right. And so the reader needs to know that.
It depends on who you work with.
Yeah, right.
You work with certain club, you might defiantly show up. I defiantly showed up to a lot of comedy shows. Believe me.
So funny.
You don't think I was supposed to be? I'm here. I'm defiant. That is I love voice to text, but I do wish it didn't say exactly, it didn't pick up my hey, I'm gonna wanna. I feel just dumb when I see it written out. I'm like, oh, come on, moron.
Or when I reread it, I'm like, how many times did I say like? I didn't even know I said it. That's so embarrassing.
And if you say water, does it say WOO? That would be a little embarrassing. That would be a tip off to where you're from.
It has never been able to spell Skookle. So if I'm sending the,
I can't spell Skookle. So
I still have no idea how to spell Skookle. Can we all be honest here? A little open.
I have no Contra Hawken. Don't even try. I don't know what.
I don't know how to spell
With the Hicken.
No. Oh, that's out
no,
too.
that's
Wissahickon, Conshohocken, Schuylkill, and I've lived here for a very long time.
Yeah, but I've lived here for my whole life,
Yeah,
and I still.
Yeah, me too. Like that's right. You would think at some point I would have sat myself down and go, you know
I have
what?
no idea how to spell Schuylkill.
Let's just figure out Conshohocken today, Schuylkill tomorrow.
Yeah,
but I can't, and Siri has no idea.
No,
Siri is just like S, and then spirals.
And Newtown Square, does it have a W or is it just TON? I don't even know.
well, because there's a Newton, right? Isn't
Newtown,
there?
and then
There's
there's
Newtown
Yeah.
Square, and not completely unrelated.
Yeah, they're
Or
completely opposite
How about
directions.
Lansdowne and Lansdale?
There you go.
Not
So
even
annoying.
close to each other.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Yeah,
No.
not even close
Not
to each
at all.
other. Chester County, two very different places.
Yes, Chester's in Delco. And Chester County is
Chester's in Delco.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, in Northeast Philly, there's a Comley Street and a Comley Road, which is it's absurd. They're not even.
Also, the Northeast has they have a street road. I'm like, we lost it.
We ran out. We
ran
got tired. We got tired. It was the end of the day on a Friday. You know what? This year's street road is
street road and then there's state road.
Yeah,
and there's actually where they intersect. So it's like a time warp. You go through a time continuum when you go to street road and state road.
Did you ever watch SCTV?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So they used to do redundancy theater. I'm going down to the bar tavern with my gun pistol. I was thinking that when I faced the street road.
Yeah.
It's like, going to the street road down there.
So I was reading about maybe the most upstanding cop ever. He pulled over a Hooters girl and she was completely drunk and she tried everything flirting with him to get out of the ticket and he wouldn't let her out of the ticket. He's got to be like either the best cop ever or gay. Because this girl was trying everything.
You know what? He probably had a fight with his wife and he was like, you know what? I'm fixing it right now. And it's got to make sure.
Taking it out on this beautiful 22-year-old.
And the first thing he did, he turned that camera on.
Yeah. It was the one time the body cam didn't accidentally go out. It doesn't always accidentally go out when there's a shooting.
So wild.
Honey, you see how I'm dealing with it? I do listen.
but she was trying she should have got a medal. She was trying everything and could not get out of this.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
I think it was a DUI. He couldn't get out of it.
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's a.
And most cops would have lost their badge that night.
How did the story come out that he?
He took her to jail.
I really don't understand these articles you're finding.
I know.
Small town America.
It's because I'm trying to find stuff that we don't end up talking about Trump and Biden. I'll do anything. I'll find anything not to talk about Trump.
Here's something that's.
A waitress got pulled over for a DUI. Why is this a story?
You guys know about.
It was just a great video.
You guys know Belgium, right?
Did you peek at my list? So we were talking about the bad beers. Did you see where they're bringing Jolt Cola back? They're putting Jolt Cola back.
Thank God.
Remember Jolt
Finally,
Cola?
yes.
It had like 10 times the caffeine of regular cola. It was Jolt Cola.
Jolt Cola. I don't even know.
You're probably too young.
Yeah.
You remember Jolt Cola.
I remember Jolt Cola.
I never drank it, but it was this big thing. It was insane amount of caffeine it had in there. People would.
It's like
drink.
Tab.
What's that?
Similar to Tab?
No.
No.
Jolt Cola
I
was just
don't know
all
much
about the
that.
caffeine.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
It was just
enormous amount of caffeine. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was
supposed to taste like cola.
Yeah. Well, supposedly.
Yeah. I mean, it was right. So it was. What was? I'm trying to think. It's almost kind of like the Red Bulls and like those Monster Energies.
Yeah.
Where it's just like so jacked up with like caffeine and sugar and guarana.
The early form of that.
What is that? That guarana. It's just. Yeah, you just have people spinning in circles.
But I'll say, who's is there a market for Jolt Cola? Like people who want to do cocaine, but they're afraid to. Jolt Cola. We'll start slow. We won't go
They're
right
in
into
the program, so they're like, I can do Jolt now.
Yeah, right. Well, that's. I mean, I'm sure they're trying to tap into that Red Bull Monster Energy market.
I guess,
you know,
I almost thought Jolt Cola might have been made like the FDA. Might have
no,
let it go.
Or something.
No,
But it wasn't around for a long time. I read it was kind of wow, Jolt Cola.
Yeah, they probably ran out of. I guess as the price of cocaine came down, Jolt really kind of lost its market slot.
That's probably what happened. But hey,
look at that, cocaine's go back up. It's our time to move.
Yeah, now they're cutting off the Mexican drug cartels. We can get it. We can get right in.
Yeah, right. The cocaine tariffs are insane.
My father was so cheap when he would buy me soda when I was a kid, but it wouldn't be Coca-Cola or Pepsi Cola. It would be Jamaica Cola. Jamaica, and my friends would be horrified going over my house because nobody wanted to drink. We had
Jamaica Cola.
We had
Which is funny because
Jamaica Cola. It was the worst house Has the worst taste in the neighborhood.
But nowadays, everyone's obsessed with Mexican.
With Mexican Coke,
Coke.
well, because
Yeah,
it's
'cause it's
sugar,
like actual real
right?
sugar.
Versus,
Is that
yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
It's real sugar.
It's
Yeah,
not
right,
corn
right.
syrup.
They
So
took,
people
they
love
took
it.
the sugar out of the regular Coke. Wow. It's what was it?
So people, you can go to like, you can buy it, yeah. But like if you go, I think if you go almost anywhere else, Pepsi, Coke have sugar in them.
Yeah.
It's just
It's just
here,
for a reason we
is the-
do corn syrup.
the markup.
Yeah.
Right?
Because we're drinking so much.
Oh, It wasn't for the health. It's American.
Yeah,
yeah. The health,
right. Nobody went, "Oh, that's probably better for me." Somebody at Coke or PepsiCo went, "So wait, we can make a half a cent more on
Yeah.
each bottle?" Oh yeah, put that
Let's
in
do
there. What else? The rat poison? Yeah, put that in there. We can make it
Wasn't there
a
actual
nickel a
for a
case.
while? Was it Coca-Cola or Pepsi that actually had cocaine in it back in the like?
Yeah,
Coca-Cola?
I think it was Coca-Cola. They
Yeah.
like realized that it actually had a little trace of it.
But it didn't at first, and then I thought it didn't have it at first, and then they added it at some point for a few years, and then took it out again. I thought that.
And I'm old. I'm not that old.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah.
It was something
I'm
like,
like, I think that was a marketing campaign.
there was actually.
No, I
gotta
do
go back and
think
Google that.
originally there was like some kind of a stimulant, probably cocaine. Maybe
I
cocaine.
think it was cocaine. I know I read about it before, but I got so mixed up with all these great news stories, and I'm getting into
Yeah, you were blindsided by that Hooters lady.
Yeah,
I'm getting them all mixed up.
yeah. How is her? You know what? Her self-esteem. That's something I don't think we talked about, right?
Yeah,
Right,
That
right.
is true.
Yeah.
That would be the worst
She's
part
going to be
about
the
it.
laughing stock
She-
of the Hooter chain.
Yeah, right.
She couldn't get the cop to let her go.
Not
What selfish-minded Hooter girl couldn't get out of it?
She's-
Couldn't get out of getting arrested for a DUI.
She's working at one of those lingerie bars now. We used to have one by us. You know what I'm talking about? Like they're like not even like a go-go bar, strip club.
they just happen to wear lingerie.
It's lingerie. Yeah. We had
No.
one by us
Really?
called in Norristown called Just Enough.
Wait,
Do you know
that's
Just
on
Enough?
my territory. Yeah,
It is. Is it
yeah,
still open?
I think so.
Oh, good. Cause I left my keys there.
Yeah. Next time I go,
Yeah, the girl has somehow got my social security
Yes,
card.
yeah.
I
There's a-
forget what she said.
There's a gal there who has my wedding ring. And if you could ask her for that back now.
Just enough.
Just enough. And it was
that's
like,
funny.
yeah, it was. I think it, and it's just like
It's
it's not like naked at all. It's not like a strip club. It's just like just enough, right? It's just close enough,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh my God.
well, because there's so many laws that like if you are fully naked or whatever, you can't have alcohol. So
Yeah, BYOB.
yeah, they would have
But
to.
there used to be Daydreams, what used to be in Northeast Philly for years, and then it closed a couple years ago. But it was a big thing for years. You had to bring your own. People were going to McCallers.
Oh, yes. People. So there's the one up in Reading,
Yeah,
which I went to.
Al's
Al's Diamond Cabaret.
Right.
There was Irv's, which was near
This is such a funny way to find out you're addicted to strip clubs.
yeah. So then there was.
You're
then
like,
there was-
okay, and then if you go to Lancaster, there's really
So
really
the-
delicious place. They have steak.
They have no. Oh my God! I never. So we were.
Irv sounded like a
feel
guy started in his garage. Irv.
yeah. Irv's was
It was just his daughters, actually.
was the one by the airport in Allentown, like the ABE.
I didn't even know there was an
I never
airport in
heard of that.
Allentown.
Oh, yeah.
I love that you know the strip.
ABE. Well, no. I mean, look, I don't want to brag about my career, but I've worked a lot of these places, not the strip
Yeah, I
clubs.
wouldn't have thought there
but
was an
the-
airport in Allentown either.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, ABE.
Really?
It's actually. I feel like I'm going to do a PSA. About
Yeah.
ABE bringing middle Allentown to you.
Did
Uh,
Bix ever fly in for a gig?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's just like- no, but Jimmy Carroll.
Yeah, of course.
So he used to fly out of there all the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because it's like,
Wow.
and then the Atlantic City airport was the other one. Now, like, it's not as good a deal as it used to be, but like
Yeah.
some of the smaller airports you
Well, yeah,
could
'cause-
fly out of.
I remember that, like Atlantic City, when Spirit first came around, they
Yes.
only were out of AC, so everybody would fly out of AC because you could get really
Wow.
cheap
Wow.
tickets. Now, Spirit's everywhere.
Yes, but so yeah, that was. I think it was amazing. Like Atlantic City, I flew out of Atlantic City, probably on Spirit. You parked. It felt like it was a high school.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you parked, you walked in. My driver's license is expired.
they still
And
let you
They
in.
let me go.
Yeah.
They're like, you
They
know
don't
what?
care.
You look okay.
Is that,
You
is
know?
that before 9/11?
No, this was after.
After
After 9/11. They're like, come, you're okay.
You're
You're
fine.
okay.
You're not
No,
the one we're looking
But
for.
I did get like they said, look, you're gonna like a little red flag kind of. I don't know, it's some number letter they put on your boarding pass.
Yeah,
It just means they're gonna like shake you down a little bit more. But
Yeah.
So there was a guy behind you on Allah Akbar. He's fine. Let him through.
Go ahead.
He's
Go ahead.
probably good.
Go ahead.
ISIS flag. Yeah. Just give him a window seat.
Somebody in my class, excuse me, brought up that it has been 25 years almost since the shoe bomber.
Oh, right.
Shoe bomber. Which one?
So that's what they asked. This was I teach a comedy class
Going out at Detroit?
God, we were talking about this. So
shoe bomber.
that was why you have to take your shoes off. So his premise was like he was, they're writing bits, and he said, because there are people here, and you're included in this now, who don't know why we take our shoes off when we go through security at the airport. And there was I can't remember, Richard, maybe. I feel like it was a Richard. Anyway.
But wasn't it the Detroit airport? Why
it might have been, yeah. But he
put bombs in his shoes.
He had C4 explosive in his shoes.
And he tried to light it, and he couldn't light it.
He couldn't get his Paris to Miami.
Is that what it was? Paris to Miami? What did I think? I thought it was.
I've been to both of those cities. I would have gone the other way.
Yeah.
I remember the comedian Jeff Caldwell had a bit at the time about, we're scared of these people and they haven't even figured out a match.
Yeah.
They haven't figured out how to use a match.
Yeah, that was it. He couldn't get the match lit on the.
He would have blown the whole plane up, but he couldn't get it lit.
But he couldn't get his match lit. And then this guy, this was reminding me that there was the underwear bomber after that.
I don't remember
But the guy
that.
tried to, same deal. But we just take our shoes off because we're a modest country.
Wow.
But when you fly from Paris to Miami, they're taking you. You're going in naked.
Yeah. Paris to that should have been the red flag right there.
Yeah.
Why are you going this direction,
Yeah.
you idiot?
Yeah. Who does that?
Yeah, right.
So are you guys video gamers? Do you play?
I do. I'm the champion.
Really?
I didn't think so, but
No. I will say this: I have gotten addicted to online, like games on your phone, and I have.
Which one?
It's like embarrassing. It was called Travel Town, and then the other one was Best Fiends, and I literally. Well, Best Fiends started during COVID, and I worked.
Best Fiends,
and I worked I worked at my parents' funeral home during COVID, so it was a nightmare.
Wait, are you burying the lead that your parents have a funeral home?
I mean,
She
everyone
said
just
that
knows
earlier.
that.
I know, she said you were across the street from the funeral home.
No, I was across the street from the church.
In the funeral home.
Yeah, we lived on top of the funeral home. My dad still does. And I live around the corner from him. But we so obviously it was very turns out COVID was real, guys. I know.
No.
But I got
still not
obsessed with
buying
it.
Did you try Sunshine?
I literally got obsessed with Best Fiends, and then one day my brother's like, "You're not spending money on that, right?" And I was like, "No, $1.99 here and there." He was like, "Look up how much you," and I had spent a lot, an embarrassing amount.
No, give us the number.
It's
This is the time for catharsis.
probably over
Oh, no.
$500.
Wow, that's
It's
what?
embarrassing.
No, but that's okay. 500 is during COVID, right?
Yeah.
if you gave you
But then
something to
it happened
do.
recently with this Travel Town, and then my boyfriend did the same thing. He's like, "You're not spending money." I'm like, $1.99 here, $1.99. Well, it adds up, and I'm like, it's so embarrassing because it's I wish I just got into gambling. I'm
Right.
just I'm just collecting weird coins for this Travel Town. What am I doing? So I had to ban myself. So I'm not into video games, but
The only reason I asked that there's a video game, I think it's going to be one of these Grand Theft Autos or one of these games like that. They're putting it out where they're going to make the experience where you could actually smell. They're going to have a scent. You could actually smell the stuff that's going on the video screen.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
and what part of that would I want to smell it? The car
probably-
blows blowing
There
up.
were probably lunatics out there, lunatic gamers who were so excited about this. This is
Yeah.
probably the greatest day of their life. They
But
found
I've-
out they can actually.
I've
haven't
smelled
smelled a real woman.
gamers
Yeah,
before.
yeah,
You know what? It might be a nice change.
It's that mixture of unemployment and disappointment.
You know what? I
guarantee there are lunatics out there who are thrilled about this. They're probably doing cartwheels.
Of course.
Yeah, well,
I haven't smelled a real woman in
Can you have
20
smell-o-vision, right? Right. That was the I don't know, man. I mean, the gaming thing is interesting to me. It's there's money. I mean, people make a lot of money gaming, like gamers playing professionally,
Yeah.
That's
like
amazing.
esports.
That's
I know it's wild.
And
I mean, there's a ton of comics that do it. They just play games and people watch them play. I'm like, this is a bizarre,
Right, there are people who watch other people play video games. That's amazing. to me, too.
crazy.
That's
So-
like the people who would watch poker on television. You're watching poker on television. You're not
That-
playing it.
never-
It doesn't make sense.
So
That's paint drying.
So, I told you I'm a big cycling fan. I race but they have, indoor trainers, right? Like you've always had like indoor trainers, like Peloton, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
right? So
I did Soul Cycle, no big deal.
yeah, nice, right? So,
Yeah.
so they have Zwift, which is like this online platform. It's kind of a gamification of training, right? So you have like a little avatar that you are, and then people started racing them.
Right.
And then they have like league. I mean, like people race this. And I just can't imagine how, like I could be cool. It's cool to race on there, like as somebody's participating, but that the idea of like then watching people.
So people are watching the race of somebody else.
Watch people
It'd be
racing.
like just watching someone work out.
It'd be like sitting at a Soul Cycle and watching people like go really hard on a stationary bike. And
Honestly,
I just like, if I'm not doing it,
It doesn't make
I don't want to
any
watch
sense.
it.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I promise you, there's people who are excited. They get excited about anything. I guess there's always a cult of anything. There might be people, 6, 7 people watching this stupid podcast.
You think you're getting 6, 7 viewers?
Well,
Hello.
I don't think so. I'm gonna go with 4. We got 4.
No. Drive up the
Trying to-
numbers.
Yeah,
Drive up the
Yeah,
numbers.
but it's not going to work.
We already got the Lowenbrau people on. I want to look right into the camera for that.
Yeah, there's 6 or 7 people who are 80 years old who remember Lowenbrau. They were excited when I brought that
I mean,
up.
when you guys sang it together, I was like, this is a moment.
Oh, it was a bit of a little,
clip bit. That's what I'm saying.
bonding. It was a
Yeah,
bonding
bonding.
moment.
I've never heard the
Remember
song,
when the
so
Lowenbrau
And you're
commercial-
in the alcohol business.
I am now, but I've only been in it for about a month. And
Well,
How about Schaefer? You don't know the Schaefer jingle either? Remember the Schaefer jingle?
Schaefer.
Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one.
Yeah.
you really,
That one.
you really started strong, and then you really gave up at the end
Yeah,
there.
because I think
That's
when
the best you can get out of me. I'm no
Ed
Pablo
Ed was
Addy.
waiting for me to jump in, but that the key was way too
Yeah,
high.
you started too high.
I'm a Lowenbrau, bring it in low.
Yeah.
Night. Yeah, that I can do that.
I really feel like the way of the jingle has gone like
Oh, yeah,
away. It's upsetting. Like
There's
the
no
jingles, like the only one I think that still is around is like Riley.
Oh, right.
Yes, that's a good one. That's
and then
Kudos to O'Reilly for
I love it.
keeping
Yeah.
one that an
And
earworm.
then what else is a good one? I don't know that
The can? Are they still doing the can? They
Wait,
still
really?
Because now. Yeah, do you remember the can sales?
can-
You remember? So you're talking. Your dad was cheap. My parents, same thing. So the can was like you buy like 8 cans of
Oh, yeah, you
peaches
stock
for like
up, like
a
the-
dollar. You
Like,
know,
There
right?
was a nuclear war going to happen
Oh.
the next week.
Right.
My parents both passed away in 2020, 2021. And I think we still had cans from can, you know, like it
They don't
was,
go back.
no,
They don't go
it was like, how much pumpkin pie filling do we need?
Yeah.
My dad was like, and I find myself sometimes falling into that thing when you're at the grocery store. My wife makes so much fun of me. I come home with 2 things or something. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, it was 2 for $5.
Oh, I do it all the time.
And she goes, but you don't have to buy 2. You can buy 1 for $2.50. I'm like, no, the rules are it's 2 for $5.
I'm gonna need these
You
black
buy
beans.
two,
You don't
yeah.
know. I'm gonna. Oh, I do it all the time with corn. And one time I actually got sweet like cream corn, and like my boyfriend was like, "In what world do we need 4 cream corns? Like, when have we ever made?" And I'm like, I thought they were regular corn. He's like, also, when do we use corn that much? I'm like, I don't know. It was 4 for $3. It was too good to be true.
I'm gonna put some truth out here. I fucking love cream corn. I don't know why it's so good. It's like
Really?
it's
'Cause
just
it's
maybe
gross.
just like a can of sugar
It
is what it is.
It is.
Really. It's, but cream corn in a can, and there's no other way to get it. I don't think it's
Yeah, you can't-
available naturally.
No.
Like,
It isn't naturally made.
there's nowhere there's like some dripping stalks of that's cream corn out there. Watch your feet.
Well, I'm sorry about people being cheap. Everything in my house is bowl and basket because they shop right.
Oh.
Everything is bowl and basket.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not going to spend anything because I'm just that cheap.
Well, yeah, there's something like this. So we grew up, and then I remember again, like probably you're too young for the beginning of like generic brands. And now
Yeah, no.
it's like this. It's like bowl and basket. They have a branding for it. It kind of
like
looks like
signature.
yeah, exactly. It has a name. I'm trying to think of the one for Target has one.
Yeah.
But
I think
when it first came out, they were making no bones about it.
Yeah.
You're poor. And it was like black lettering on white labels.
Yeah, of course.
Apricots, right? And it was just
Absolutely.
yeah. So nobody looked in your cart and didn't know that
you
you're
were the
struggling,
poor. Yeah.
right? Like it was, yeah.
That's
I
like the
remember,
bag cereal. I remember like the one time my mom brought it home and we were like, "What?
what have you done?
What do you mean a bag cereal? Like you can't."
Nobody
Get the
saw you
Cheerios,
buying
Mom.
this, did you? Nobody saw you buying it, right? Yeah, that was yeah. Well, cereal. This is, and I have to tell.
I
my
can't believe they
sister-
still make cereal. Who is giving this to people?
I love cereal.
I love
I mean, it's
so-
great, but it's so bad for you. And it's like, I'll just have
I guess
a
I
bagel
eat
instead.
Raisin Bran a lot.
Oh, Raisin Bran gets things moving. You know what? Raisin Bran.
And of course, it's bowl and basket Raisin Bran.
This is officially the oldest podcast of all time.
Easy.
Oh no! You said
Since I was a kid, you know, like every once in a while, maybe you got something going on. You're like, yeah, it's a Raisin Bran morning.
you should have seen the one episode. I had Ryan Foster and Brendan Dunnigan here, and they were looking at me like I was something from the Stone Age. They had no idea what I was talking
Of
about.
course
And
not.
they brought beer, and they're sitting here drinking, and I'm drinking water. It was great. It was hilarious. I was this old man sitting here.
There's Raisin Bran. I mean, it's right in the name. You know, it's going to be trouble, right? You know, it's like it's raisins and it's bran.
Yeah.
You know,
If you have that, like I do, and then a cup of coffee, you get ready. It's a
Yeah.
good thing I live by myself, and nobody might be tying the bathroom up.
Yeah.
It would be a big problem.
But no cereal. What's wrong? I ain't got no
I
problem.
don't know. You know what I was just thinking? It's probably that's the other difference, like, you know, a female versus male. It's like I've been on a diet since I was 8. It's like in what world would I like if I'm gonna cheat with a sugary thing, or I'm gonna go for like something like alcohol, but also something like I would actually get like I feel like cereal is just so high in calorie. This is like a dumbest.
No. I
sentence
get
I've ever
no because
said.
I'm
Because like I would never like.
I'm constantly trying to lose 10 pounds.
Also, milk. I can't believe people actually can drink milk.
I don't
Like adults can't.
I only have it in my cereal or coffee. I don't sit
Yeah,
there
we
and
know
just
you
kinda
shit your
drink.
pants
Yeah.
as you're eating your cereal.
Drink.
I've come close many times. I've had a lot of buzzer beaters.
Oh, you're right. I gotta go, but I don't want my cereal to get soggy. I'll finish it. I'll finish it. I can make this. No, I'm in the same boat though, like because I'm always trying to lose like 10 pounds, right?
Yeah.
And I gotten. It's funny. I gotten really. I don't know if I knew you, Ed. Like when I started out in comedy, I got heavy. And I look at my guys like
I
around
don't
the time
remember
we
you
got
having
married,
no.
and it was I mean, I remember talking about cereal, sitting. This was my day on the phone because nobody didn't email anybody,
Right.
didn't text anybody. Getting on the phone with bookers. Hey, it's Chris. Just want to see if you got anything. And I had like a salad bowl of Captain Crunch,
Yeah.
with whole milk, and just like between the call, have a couple bites of that. Tear up the roof of your mouth.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
back on the phone. It's Chris. Oh, I'm bleeding. But-
You're like, I can't get my cereal next week unless I get booked
yeah,
this
right.
weekend.
I'm running out of Captain Crunch. You got anything? But that was it. Like that was, and then just it was just sedentary lifestyle. So
Oh,
Yeah.
and
But I'm that prick who can't gain weight no matter what I do. No
Ugh,
matter what I
I
eat or what
hate
I
you.
know people hate me when I say
Yeah.
I can't. So it doesn't matter what pizza, beer, ice cream. I can't do it.
I don't understand. I don't understand why you can gain 2 pounds in a day. You could never lose 2 pounds in a day.
No.
Like you could never. Like it's just why the math should work, right? Like if you can add that, why can't you subtract that? But yeah, no, it's but you know what? It's funny you said that though, like, cause right, like what is your okay, this is my cheat food. Like this is like nobody's looking. I don't
Gnocchis.
care. What's that?
Gnocchis or any sort of pasta.
God, pasta. Yeah.
Like I know I'm depressed if like I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, I'm just gonna make myself a bowl of angel hair pasta with just butter. Like not even, I won't even put like a sauce on it. Just the saddest. Just like I'm like when I catch myself doing that, I'm like, all right, we need to like go for a run tomorrow, or like we need to get out. You got to talk to somebody because something's going on.
But there's real happiness though in pasta. You know
gnocchi,
what I mean?
Oh my god, give it to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like a potato gnocchi is like my favorite.
Food
Mashed
is the best
potatoes.
food. There's no question.
Oh my god, mashed potato. I could eat.
Chicken parm. Like I'm getting hungry. Well, you know, and my boyfriend hates Italian food. He's from Maryland and then California. So he's not like, he didn't grow up with the best Italian food of all time. You know what I mean? Like we have the best Italian food. Like I remember when my mom died, like people would give like my dad lasagna. And like every time we'd be like, do you want that? He's like, why do they do this? They know we have the best Italian food. Why do they give me this garbage? Like I'm gonna go get it.
Oh, somebody would like make one that wasn't good,
or like the frozen kind.
Oh, like the
someone sends it. Like someone,
stalkers.
Someone sends it to you. It's like, oh, well, he's gonna need meals now that his wife died. And like my dad's like, you know, I could just get takeout around the corner. That's like better than anything in the world.
See, I grew up in an Irish house, and we didn't really have. So when I started getting older and eating at restaurants, I couldn't believe how good Italian food was.
Oh, yeah.
Never really, because we had just meat and potatoes.
My grandfather would not have Italian food, would not have it in his house because he was in World War II in Italy, and he was like, I have had enough pasta in my life.
Seriously.
So like my dad, like, well, so I'm like, seriously, to this day, because we're very Irish, like he'll be like, oh, we're having ethnic food. Like that's like ethnic food to him. One time I tried to get him to like eat a taco or like a quesadilla. He's like, can't do it. I had to like lie and be like, no, it's just like a roll up.
You mean they didn't close that border yet? They didn't, what the
I'm like,
hell's
Dad,
wrong
it's
with this
bread
country?
and cheese. It's literally pizza in a different form. How do you not like
What
it?
did I fight that war for? They're still letting people sneak in here?
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's oh my god. Yeah, pasta like is like, yeah, I definitely I could do like, yeah, that's it. I could do, you know what, like my latest like sesame noodles.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Right? Like it's, oh my god, it's you could just, and it's like, it's a problem because you're eating it and you're like, I'm full now, but I'm not done.
I'm not done.
Right? Like I'm just gonna keep going, right? Until the sadness goes away.
Yeah.
Like, but no, sesame noodle, like I don't know what it is. It's that, yeah, like so good. You know?
Well, we're almost done. We only got a few, 3 or 4 minutes left. Before we go, I know we try to keep it light and funny. I just want to mention that we got some sad news before we started the podcast. That, a comedian we know, Anita Wise, has passed away. And I don't know, Anita was really nice. Chris, you worked with her many times.
Right? She's great.
She, really nice. She lived out in L.A. for many years. She was on 2 episodes of Seinfeld back in the day. And she was just really nice. One time I did a gig with her. Me and her were driving back. And those traffic circles in Jersey? Well, I have, the built-in navigation in my car, and it must have had some kind of glitch because it just kept taking me around. So Anita had to take her phone out and get me out of the traffic circle because I'd still be there. I'd still be in that traffic circle. So thank God she had her phone with her, but nobody knew she was sick. Apparently, she was keeping it quiet. It's really a shame. She was a really nice person, and she lost her husband a few years ago, and I don't know.
Definitely be missed. We came in and then
I get a text from John Cancel saying Cancel's like the angel of death. Anybody dies, he finds out about it. Somehow I think the medical examiner calls in before they call the family. He always finds this stuff out.
Well, that was like Stankiewicz. You remember Mike Stankiewicz? He was like he was like been a pallbearer like 30 times. He talks about it in his act.
Always a pallbearer, never.
Always a pallbearer, never a corpse.
Well, I'm glad we kept this tribute serious.
No,
I wish I meant. Trust me, it is a comedy thing. It's fine. It's fine to make jokes like that.
Anita would have liked it, but shit, yeah. No, it was really tough news to walk into.
The last couple times I saw her, she looked fine. You never would have guessed she was sick. So it really is wow.
No. The community will come out and for her because
I guess, and then. And when I die, it'll be a relief because there's no more of these bad podcast episodes. So my luck is I'm afraid I'm going to live till I'm in my 90s and be in a nursing home. I don't want that. I'd rather just,
Honestly, I'd watch it like a 90-year-old you in a
And
Like
then they're
interviewing the
Here's the
different
thing, a 90-year-old
senile people.
90-year-old me isn't going to be that much different. I'm
No,
gonna-
yeah.
pretty
You're just
close.
like Linda, come here. I want to tell me about the weirdos in the walls.
I'll be looking up crazy news stories like the Hooters girl. They ask these old people, ask the nurses in the.
I honestly do want to know where you get. They're like the most wholesome news articles of all time. A guy got a DUI. That was the whole article. A hot bitch got a DUI.
the Reader's Digest.
But this episode was good because we kept it going. We didn't need to go to these stupid topics too. We only did. There were a bunch of them. Sometimes the comics just sit here, and I have to keep going back to these stupid podcasts. You guys were great. You guys were great.
This was fun.
Chris, do you have anything you want to plug? Any gigs or because we're on live?
No. No. I should have thought of it. You go first. Yeah.
I always have my show in media once a month. The next two are February 7th and March 7th, and it's always upstairs at Sligo. It's usually really fun local comics, or I sometimes when I get the New Yorkers who come down for $100, they'll come down because anybody will take a gig.
Yeah, cool. So check
It's
Peggy out on the socials too, right?
Yeah.
And what's the name of that gig?
And Peggy, that's right.
Cilantro.
Like cheers.
So I'll be at Cilantro as soon as Peggy asked me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have something.
Oh, Cilantro spelled S-A-S-L-A-I-N-T. Yeah, cilantro.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm Irish and I'm embarrassed to say I didn't know how to pronounce that. It's cilantro.
Yeah, everyone
Okay.
always says slant.
I know. I'm
Slanty.
Irish and I should know that. That's shame on me. My father would joke me.
I'm right down the road. From there.
You really?
Yeah. Tell me anytime you want me down
do
there.
anything to plug, Chris? Or?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Hold on. Oh, yeah, this Thursday I will be at the Grace Winery comedy show this Thursday in the Inn at Grace Winery in Glen Mills, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
That's a good spot.
Yeah, have you done it?
Is it Mark?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
No, sorry, it's James McElhenney.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think I've done it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm with Chica Loca, who we were just talking about,
yeah.
who I've never met and I've heard like
and
great
she's
things.
going to be doing a podcast in this studio soon herself, Chica. So there you go. Little cross promotion.
Look at that. It all
She's great.
cross pollinate.
Hosted out next Tuesday. I'll be at the Punchline in Philly, and then I have other dates up on Facebook. Folks, thanks, Chris. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you.
This was so fun.
Jim Corhan. We couldn't do it without.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
We'll see you on the
you.
next dumb episode. Good night. Thank you.
Comedy. Strange.